Well, hello there, and welcome to Forest Biometric Research Institute's webinar series. My name is Purvis, and today we're going to build off of the last webinar where we imported cruise data from Excel and put it into FPS to compile a cruise and then generate volume summary reports. Thanks for watching. To get started, navigate to the database and open it. When prompted, go ahead and select Start. So the three tables we need to have populated are our admin table, our cruise table, and our plots table. We'll go ahead and open the admin table up first. In our admin table, we have a stand, and the important things in order to successfully compile a cruise include the stand ID, the region you're in, as well as the area report. In order to make this stand selected, we're going to go ahead and set the flag value to a positive number. In this case, we're just going to use a 1. Note that I'm leaving the report year and the measurement year at the default values of 0. All of the other values in the cells I'm going to leave at the default value, which can be seen in this bottom line. We scroll out to the right. We're just going to leave it all like FPS has it. Next, we'll look at our cruise table. Open that up. We have a stand ID that should match the same stand ID as found in the admin table. The measurement date, 2-year month, 2-year day, 4-digit year. Measurement year, again, is left as 0. The cruiser for the individual that cruised it, the basal area factor used, as well as the limiting baff diameter. What this cell indicates is that every tree 6 inches and larger was subject to a cruise with a 27.78 prism factor. For the plot area, this indicates the fixed plot radius. In this case, 100 means 1/100th acre fixed plot for all trees less than 6 inches in diameter. The veg area and the transect cells are for downwoody debris and also snags. I didn't measure any of these on this particular cruise, so I'm going to leave them at their default value of just 20 and 66. Since I didn't measure anything for these, it really doesn't matter. Again, notice the number of plots is currently 0, as well as all of the different error reports in the cruise table, just at 0 at this point. Next, we'll take a look at our plots. In our plots table, again, we have the same stand ID. It has to match the stand ID found in the cruise table and the admin table. We have our plot 1, tree 1, species Douglas fir. Again, the measurement year, that's just default to 0. And over here we have the diameter at breast height, the number of trees we're tallying, the corresponding total height, and a height code. If you click on the height code cell, down at the bottom of the screen, you'll see set greater than 0 if field sampled. 1, used for height regression. 2, used for observed tree only. In this cruise, we measured heights on almost all of the trees. All of the trees that we recorded a total height on, I gave a height code of 1. For the trees that do not have a height, I gave it a height code of 0. This is the proper coding for compiling a cruise in FPS for the height code cell. The other cells that include taper diameter, taper height, taper code, if you just click in there, down at the bottom of the screen, we'll get a brief description as to what those cells mean and what the required input is. We did take a age tree in this stand, so this is 67 years. Since it's a 1, over here for the age code, it means breast height age. If it's a 2, that means total tree age. So this was a breast height age tree, so it gets a code of 1. In addition, we did do crown ratios on these trees. This is 30% crown ratio, that's 30% live crown, and a crown code of 1, again, greater than 0 if field sampled. So we measured this crown ratio while in the woods. They get a height code of 1. So over here, we have defect for each tree in thirds of a tree. This is bottom third, middle third, and this is the top third. The defect code over here essentially means used for defect regression. This is saying that each of these trees, whether defect is listed or not, was looked for defect. So trees with 0 defect, such as this one, it's been recorded that yes, we looked for defect and no, there wasn't any. Similarly with trees with defect, we also noted defect and we measured it, so it also gets code of 1. So once again, in our admin table, with a flag set to a positive number, we are ready to compile. To compile it, go up to Add-ins, Compiler, Run Cruise Compiler. When prompted, go ahead and select Start, and you'll see there's one admin, one cruise record, and 184 plot records loaded. And just like that, it's done. A quick review of our admin table. We now see that there's a report year and the measurement year that have been auto-populated from FPS. In our cruise table, again, we have a measurement year that's been auto-populated, as well as the number of plots in the stand, 41 plots, with a board foot error calculated at 13.8%. The board foot error calculated here, as well as the other errors, are all at 1 standard deviation. Similarly, in our plots table, we now have a measurement year of 2016, which, like the admin and cruise table, was auto-populated once we compiled FPS. An easy mistake is made by hand entering measurement years in the admin, cruise, and plots table, and if they don't compute with what you have listed as the cruise date, the cruise compiler oftentimes has a hiccup and does not successfully run. So it's important to note that. Now that we've compiled this cruise, we can scroll down to our stand table, double-click and open that. This has been populated from the cruise compiler. It's the stand that's the same as in our admin table. It says there's 96.99 trees per the acre, quadratic mean diameter is 15.1 inches, basal area is 120.6 per acre, and if we scroll out here, we'll see the board net of 13,359 board feet to the acre. So we've got the stand compiled. Now all we have left to do is generate some reports. In order to do that, we have to go into Strata and create new habitat report classification. When prompted, go ahead and select Start. What this does is it allows the FPS database to be read by the report reader, which can then be viewed if you go into down arrow by tables, reports, and we'll go ahead and just look at 2 reports. The first one we'll look at is this TR stand list _ flag. We'll double click on that, and we've got our stand summary for stand 501-2901, 59.5 acres. These are all per acre measurements, 15.1 inch average diameter at breast height, 97 trees per acre, 121 basal area, 72 foot top height, and a net board foot per acre of 13,359. This number should match what was just in the stand table that we were looking at. Total board feet is 795,000 for the stand. A quick check is just to take the board feet per acre times the number of acres, and you should come up with 795,000. The next report we're going to look at is this TR species summary flag. Double click that, and again, this is the same board feet per acre as our last report, only now it's broken down by individual species. So Douglas fir represents 3,906 board feet per acre, grand fir, ponderosa pine, red cedar, western larch, all at the per acre volume estimates. Again, 795,000 total board feet. So we have now compiled the cruise and generated a report. We appreciate you taking the time to watch this webinar, and please stay tuned to forestbiometrics.org as there will be more webinars coming up in the near future. Thank you and have a good day.